My name's Lisa. I am the Barefoot Pampered Chef, and I'm doing this demo for a third time because sometimes things happen and you just have to go with the flow. So what I'm doing, and I'm going to check that because my phone just made a sound. Okay, so hopefully, again, you guys can hear me. So today I'm going to show you, and I kind of already showed it, so I'm going to show you kind of mimicking it, how to do the ultimate roasted garlic chicken. So this recipe is in the Deep Covered Baker Dinner in Your Deep Covered Baker book, which I love. And this is just a kind of quick and easy something to do on a Sunday night for a meal for your family. So in our Deep Covered Baker, we have a chicken, and I'm going to introduce you to her in just a minute here. What I've already done in part one of the video before I was cut off is we took garlic cloves, or heads, cut them just so you can see the cloves, put some olive oil on them, and pop them in the microwave in our deep covered, or in our classic batter bowl for about 3 minutes until they're nice and soft. You can take those, they pop out really easily, and you can put them on crostini. You can add them to any dish. Just really kind of nice, almost roasted garlic. So what you're going to do then is put them into your classic batter bowl. Just pop them out and put them in there. To that, I added a teaspoon of lemon zest that I zested using my adjustable microplane fine grater from Pampered Chef. Then I added a 1/4 cup of butter that I softened up a little bit in my nice little prep bowl here. So as you can see, I had my mise en place in place. And then the last thing that I added was a tablespoon of the Greek rub from Pampered Chef. Now it shows you how to substitute if you need to, but you can use the Greek rub as well. So then we got out all of our frustrations, which I need to get out on this technology, in our batter bowl and mashed it all up into a nice buttery mashed mixture. And then let me introduce you to Ms. Chicken. Now, I always say buy local. You always want to put a face with your food, so go down to the fair, the farmer's market, something like that, and buy a chicken. So this is Little Miss Chicken. Now, if I lift her up, she is going to lose her stuffing, so don't laugh at her. So there is Little Miss Chicken, and she did lose her stuffing. Now, I'm going to explain her spray tan here in 1 second. But what we did was we took Little Miss Chicken, and we went up underneath the skin. Oh, she's a slippery little fox, isn't she? So we went up underneath the skin and we stuffed all of that garlicky, yummy mixture up under here, and we made chicken pockets and we put them all in there, and we gave her a massage because she gave her life for us. So the least we can do is give her a massage before she goes in the oven. Then what I did was we took the lemon that I had cut in half that I had zested, and we stuffed that in her. And then we stuffed in an onion that had been quartered. Now, I do not believe in stuffing chickens and cooking them with like the classic stuffing or dressing, just because I feel like Alton Brown says that the stuffing may not get up to temperature, and so therefore you can have some raw chicken juice kind of sitting in there, and that may not be conducive to good health. So I do not stuff my chickens with stuffing. I stuff them with aromatics. So the onions and lemon go in there. Now, one thing about chickens is they have these little itty bitty wings. I'm hoping that you guys can see this, because she has these little wings, and they are not going to cook as well as if they were they're kind of too floppy. So what we're going to do is we're going to do chicken yoga. So we're going to take her little floppy wings and we're going to tuck them back behind her arms here so they sit nice and closely to the chicken breasts. Pick her up, but she's going to lose her stuffing again. So they sit behind the chicken breasts, and we're going to put her back down in her little bed here. And again, stuff in her stuffing, which quite frankly, she's been losing for a little while because of the technology. So we'll get all that stuffing back in there. And now, since I don't want salmonella running amok in my kitchen, I am going to wash my hands. So once we get her all nice and sat down in there, we are going to take another one of our glass prep bowls, and we are going to put in a tablespoon of EVOO, thanks Rachel Ray, and a tablespoon of the Greek rub, and we're going to use our silicone basting brush and just give her a nice spray tan. We want her all oiled up for that oven. So once she's all nice and oiled up, we're going to throw this lid on her, and we're going to put her in the oven for 65 to 70 minutes at 400 degrees. So that point, she should be about 140 degrees, pretty nice fever there, you know, pretty hot in the sun. And then we're going to uncover her and let her kind of get some more tan for about 8 to 10 minutes until she hits about 165 degrees, which is where you want to serve your chicken. Now, when you're taking the temperature of the chicken, it is not like children and it is not like dogs. You want to stick it in the breast, and you want to stick it in the thickest part of the breast so you can get the accurate temperature. One other thing is, if you do get a chicken locally or from a store, you want to make sure that you take out the plastic bag that contains the giblets inside of it. I have had people cook them in there. You're not in the boat alone. So take those out, and what you can do is, if you're a pet owner, either saute those lightly in a pan, or you can dehydrate them in thin slices, and they make excellent treats for cats and dogs. They're very, very high in nutritious. The liver is high in vitamin A. You don't want to give too much, but it is a good source of vitamin A. So we're going to pop this in. The things that we use today, I used my coated chef's knife to cut those garlic bulbs in half, or kind of maybe about this much off the top, and we put those in the classic batter bowl to pop them in the microwave. We used our silicone basting brush, our 1 cup prep bowls, our deep covered baker. We also used our cutting mat, which is amazing, I love it, and our classic scraper. So if you have any questions, let me know, and you can find me at my website, www.pamperedchef.biz/Lisa Wright. And I'm really hoping that this is the last time that I need to do this demo, because I think my chicken is ready to get in the oven and I am hungry. The other thing is, tune in later, and hopefully if I can get this chicken in the oven, once I get her out and get all the skin and the bones off of her that I'm going to use for something else, or skin and meat off of her that I'm going to use for something else, we're going to take the bones and we're going to make an amazing stock. So tune in for my next demo. And thank you for bearing with me, and I hope you all have a nice day.